Hey guys, it's Annie. How you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to like this video once you've watched it because that helps me out a lot. So today I'm going to be doing another video about unsolved murder mysteries, and I'm doing this type of video again because unsolved murder mysteries are my gems, as I said before. Let's get started. The first case we're going to talk about is about this man. His name is Will Hendricks. Will Hendrick? Yeah, I think that's how you say his last name. So, Will Hendrick was a University of Idaho student in 1999. So, let me set the scene for you guys. Will is attending a friend's birthday party, or party in general, and he goes missing. So, a lot of people at this party kind of had this suspicions that Will was homosexual. I mean, at the time, it wasn't, in 1999, it wasn't just something you talked about a lot like it is now. But of course, Will went missing. It's been a few weeks, you know, he still hasn't been found. So the police detectives questioned people at this party. Of course, they don't know who all was there, but you know, whatever. So, excuse me. So rumors around this town, this little town, they were just kind of like talking about Will, and a lot of people were saying that Will was confronted by a group of people at this party because of his sexuality, and he was killed for it. Of course, no one could really prove that was true or not. So, weirdly enough, the following night, his car was found parked outside of his friend's house, the person that had the party, and it was gone the following day. So he disappeared. People are already talking about what happened at the party. The next day his car was found at the party. Then the next day it was gone. So that's a little strange to me. But whatever, obviously I guess it wasn't a big deal, I don't know. So so like I said, it was gone. Then they found it parked downtown the day that it left the friend's house. So let me set the scene up again for you guys. Okay. Birthday party, party, whatever. Super lit party. Will was there, Will disappeared. People called the police. Police got there, the car was at the house, at the friend's house. The next day they came back, it was gone. Then the next day it was found downtown of their town, or whatever is downtown. So as I was doing research, I'm like, how does this car keep moving? Where does it keep going? Like, who's driving this car? When they did find the car parked downtown, it was unlocked. It was unlocked. The only thing that was in this car was his portfolio. You know, like, I'm sure most of you guys know what a portfolio is, but his portfolio was in that car. The car didn't have any signs of it being tampered with, so it was just like, people were kind of like, oh, well, Will was in the car, he left it downtown, he unlocked and left portfolio in it, and he left, because there was no DNA of other people in the car, and it didn't show, it wasn't like, it was tampered with. So you know, when people try to hack a car to get into it, you know what I mean, like they try to break the windows, or they try and pick the lock, or they try and you put the two, I don't know what it's called, okay, whatever, you know, they try to start a car without the key, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, okay. So it turned out Will had a partner named Jerry. So, you know, he was homosexual, as I already said. So Jerry was basically telling the police that he thinks that the person that like took Will or killed him or whatever, you know, he never really specified what happened to him. Early, I don't know when this happened, but supposedly Jerry and Will were in their car, you know, just riding around, just chilling, you know what I mean? And a man in a big old truck, you know, the refrigerated trucks or what have you, out of nowhere lets his window down and starts screaming gay slurs at them. And so Jerry was like, the guy was mad, he was angry, so he could have killed Will, whether or not this random man knew them or not. He could have killed him. That's what Jerry told the police. And So the police obviously did research on this man, tried to find out who this man was. They ended up finding out who this man, I guess they ended up finding out who the man was. I don't know the man's name per se because it's not, you know, 100. Anyway, so it turns out the man that they saw in the truck, the big refrigerator truck, actually he left town. He left. Bye. He left town. He left town, and you know, they never found out where he went. So he just disappeared off the face of the earth too. Obviously very awkward. And 3 years later, Will's body was finally found in a rural part of his college town. So Will did die, and we don't know what happened to him. I don't know his cause of death. I didn't find his cause of death, which is very awkward. I don't know what happened to him. All I know is he went missing at that party, and then 3 years later they found his body. And it's just, I would like to share my thoughts on this case because I picked this one to talk about because of the insanity of it and the controversialness to it. If that's the case, that the man in the big old refrigerated truck crap thing killed Will because he was gay, like that's not an excuse at all. It's not. Everybody has their own beliefs, sure, whatever. Even if that belief is just out of the blue, you know, it's just kind of wow. I mean, everybody has their own thoughts and opinions about everything. But to kill someone because they like the same gender, that's crazy. Like, if Will wasn't bothering you, you should have let him go. He wasn't bothering you. Just because he went out with this guy named Jerry. I mean, that's someone having a different sexuality than you isn't a reason to kill them. It's really not. It's really not, but I'm just gonna let my thoughts be out there. Bro. Next case I'm gonna talk to you guys about is about a woman named Aileen Conway. She stayed in Lawton, Oklahoma, and it was 1986. She was found inside her flame burning car. The police were called, and at first they were like, oh, this was an accident, maybe her car broke down. You know how cars break down, they smoke and then they end up boom, exploding. That's what they thought happened. But of course, after the few days after letting the car, you know, stop burning and kind of breathe, you know, letting the smoke clear out, they found out that her car was like smothered in gasoline, and the fire was started intentionally. So that's when theories started to kind of fly out of there. People were just like, what's going on? Aileen, I think that's how you pronounce her name, was such a sweet woman. Why did someone kill her? So she had a husband named Pat. He basically told the police that he thinks that she was murdered. He was thinking that she got murdered because when he went home the day that she was found murdered, there was a water hose in a pool that was kind of like overflowing. The iron was left on, and her purse was still at the house. So as the police got this new information, they were trying to theorize what had happened. So basically they just assumed that Aileen came home and people were robbing her house, and of course the robbers saw her. They kidnapped her, took all the stuff they wanted to take, and they took her and put her in the car and just burned it, because just to try and make it like an accident. Or maybe Aileen was already at home trying to iron clothes for, you know, the morning. You know how you iron your clothes. Robbers came in, tried to rob her, obviously took her and put her in the car, burned it, tried to look at the accident, and killed her. No one in Oklahoma knows, you know, her town of Lawton. They don't know what happened to her, like exactly why she was in this accident, or why her car was found burning. Neither does Pat. You know, it's just a very mysterious thing to happen to her because she was such a nice woman. and the police never really got any hits. There was no other DNA in the car or on her body, you know, because she was burned very, very badly. And there was no evidence at the house, at her house, that there was, you know, other people in the house. So it's just like everybody's just like asking these questions, like, did someone kidnap her and kill her? Was she just in her car, parked on the side of the street? Someone just torched it? I don't know. I mean, there's just different theories and different questions. In this case I'm gonna be discussing, sorry, it's about a little 4th grader named Angie Hausman. I don't really know how to say her last name, but yeah, she stayed in the suburbs in St. Louis, Missouri. She was last seen at her bus stop. And she's disappeared. There's haven't been any information of whether she went to school or not, but she was last seen at the bus stop. Her parents they called the police and, you know, reported the child missing, because obviously she never showed up to school, I guess, I'm assuming. And people just reported that she was at the bus stop and then she was gone. A few days later, they found Angie. She was frozen ice, and she was tied to a tree. The detectives, coroner, and all that, those people, of course, took her, you know, to do an autopsy. It turns out that Angie was raped and tortured for weeks, and then tied to the tree. The coroner, or the medical examiner, determined that her cause of death was being exposed to the elements. After this man raped and tortured this poor little girl, he duct taped her body to the tree. The police tried to pull DNA and fingerprints from her body, but they weren't able to identify any of the DNA, because yeah, you know, when you do the DNA, you have to put it through the system, and they never found a hit. So they never found out who killed this poor little girl. They never found the killer, and most likely that killer is still in St. Louis, Missouri. So I don't know. It's just, I mean, of course, murder is sad anyway, because there's a person whose life has just been taken for no reason. But having a little girl being abused and raped for weeks and then duct taped to a tree, that's wild. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think that's all the cases I'm going to talk about today, because if I discuss any more of them, I will be a raging monster, because I'm going to get angry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do you guys like Unsolved Murder Mysteries? If you do, please comment and leave a like, and please make sure to subscribe, because I try to make videos as much as I can. I'm going to actually create a schedule of how I'm going to do this. Because usually when I do a video, it uploads the next following day, because my Wi-Fi is such trash. So yeah, I will eventually create a schedule of how I'm gonna do things. If you guys want to know exactly when I post new videos, you guys can follow my Snapchat, which is AnnieBA.E, or you can follow my Twitter, which is Annie Latte with 2 E's, and I'll happily follow you guys back and add you guys back, or what have you, whatever. I hope you guys have a great, fantastic day, and I thank you for watching this video, because just thank you. It really blesses my soul when people watch my videos, because I love doing videos. So it's just like, yeah. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Have a good day.